poppin'? You know how we moving, man. Titans Colosseum in the building. Yeah, my two co-hosts, they don't need no introduction. Firestone, Morocco, and yours truly. Let's get it. Okay, now tighten up, it's a Coliseum. Fake people, you'll never see them. Everybody authentic, dog, you can join to it, just take a DM. Everybody in the city rocking, it don't take much to be loved. I scared the doctor on my last visit with that two-tone in my blood. We don't play around, we just hold it down. They scared to play us on our side of town. Say we going through a rebuild, but are we really going through it, man? Stacking up on our receiving core, I don't see a ball going through their hands. Creeping up on our division rivals, they gon' really think that we the boogeyman. F the Ravens and the Texans, Jaguars and the Colts too. Real talk, if anybody not rocking that two-tone blue, you can catch us on the podcast. We gon' keep it real, we gon' speak fast. Always live on game day, we like Mike Keith when he yells SAG. Titans Colosseum. We be chillin' in the front row, it don't take much for you to go and see him. Titans Colosseum. Everybody authentic, dog, you can join to it, just take a deal.
You know what time it is. It's the Titans Colosseum Podcast. Tighten the f*** up. Let's go. Yo, what's poppin'? Welcome to the Titans Colosseum Podcast, man. You know who I am. You know who I'm in the building with. RJ, what's poppin', my boy?
What's going on? What's going on, man? It's a pretty eventful day this weekend, man. A lot of good football going around from, you know what I'm saying, all over the country, man. So it was a good weekend, man. It was a good weekend in general.
For sure. Leonard, how you feeling?
Man, feeling good. I was on a double bye week this week. So, you know, OU and the Titans couldn't hurt my feelings. I had a pretty good weekend. So, hey, man, but I'm ready for some Titans football this week. So I'm ready to get back to it.
For sure. And as y'all can see, we got a very special guest in the building, man. This is one of my good friends, man. I done seen this man come up in the world, and now he's out here blessing the world, trying to become fan of the year and all that good stuff, man. Y'all give it up for the good pastor himself, Pastor Williams, man. Pastor Williams, what's popping?
Man, dude, tighten up. That's all I can say.
Hey, that's all I like to hear.
Look, I was jamming to that intro that RJ put down, man. That was nice right there.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, man, more music on the way, man. Trust me, man. I've been working, man. I got something in store for y'all, man. I promise.
You need to do something to that. They not like us. You need to do something to that.
It's gonna be hard, man. You know I'm a Drake fan, man. So it's been tough. It's been a tough year for me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, if you're a Drake fan, just pull the card from. But if you're a Drake fan, you can pull a card from Drake. You know, he did do his own version of BBL Drizzy. So, I mean, you know, hey, might as well.
I'm gonna talk to you behind the scene, RJ.
It's a hard song, though. I got to give props with. I give props with it, dude, man. Kendrick Lamar is an incredible rapper, man. Yeah. I mean, I always knew he was incredible, but like, that seemed like the world now knows that he's incredible. So they didn't already know. So.
Yeah, for sure, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, blah, blah, blah. This, that, and the third. Go holler at Wilson down in Music City Autoplex, man. Hey, I ain't got to keep on telling you about the vehicles down there. If I've been telling you all this time, and man got them vehicles down there for you, he got them vehicles down there for you. You just got to get up, get down there. But if you can't get down there, they got you. MusicCityAutoplex.com. You can give them a call at 844-543-0108. And let me go ahead and give my shout outs to I'm talking Twitter. Let me go ahead and give my shout out so we can get to this business with y'all, man. Shout out to William watching tonight. Shout out to Armar in the building. Julie was popping. Corey D was popping. D9 was popping. Chiefo was happening, my boy. Stevie was happening. Hey, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us. All that good stuff. Pastor.
Yeah.
You ready to get to it?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready.
For sure. Well, let's start it off simple, man. I know about you. RJ know about you. Firestone know about you. But tell the people about yourself, man.
Yeah, me and Morocco here, we go way back, man. He knew the old me. He knew the guy that was running around the streets doing just some crazy stuff. Don't really want to get all off into that, but I'm 41 years old. I've been pastoring for 17 years. I started pastoring in 2007, which is a year after my father was killed by a drunk driver. And a year later, then I took over the church, and I've been pastoring there now for 17 years. I'm married. I got 6 kids, y'all. 6 of them things. And
5-star, you run for your money.
Hey,
I got 7, so somebody finally with me up there in numbers. I appreciate that. Finally, I'm not the only one. All right.
I love kids. I got a granddaughter on the way. She'll be born next month, and I'm so excited about that. And so some of the things that I've been involved in lately, I would say for the last 10 years, we've been in the community pretty heavy. We've been feeding children in after school programs, and during the summer months when school is out. I don't know if you know the statistics, but I believe it's like 1 in every 6 children, they don't have food at home. And so the only time they get to eat is when they go to school. And when they get home, there's nothing to eat. And so we kind of pick up where the school leaves off and make sure that those children get a hot meal, a nutritious meal as well. And during the summertime, when school is out, we pick up and make sure they get a breakfast and a lunch as well. And we've been doing that for about 10 years. And I lost count. We've probably fed over 4 million plus free meals to children in the greater Nashville area and surrounding counties such as Rutherford County and Wilson County as well. I think just this month, in the month of September, we fed about 22,000 meals. And so that's just a little bit about myself. I'm a huge Titans fan. I love the Tennessee Titans, and no matter if we're going to the Super Bowl or if we're picking first in the draft, it's always two-tone blue, baby. Always.
For sure. So, Pastor, we're going to get a little bit deeper, whatever, man. But what do you feel like your mission in life is, and what drives you to do what you do every single day?
So what drives me is my faith. And so I was just talking about this on this past Sunday. What drove Moses to make his decision in Hebrews 11? If you know it, it's the hall of faith. And by faith, this person did this. By faith, this person did that. And faith was the driving force that helped those people accomplish, those great things. Or in Moses's case, it was his faith that empowered him to make the decision he made, and that was to follow God. And so that's what drives me. And I feel that my purpose now is to share the gospel to as many people as that will listen, and to give my testimony of how good God has been to me and how he changed my life, and tell others that he can do the same thing for you. I'm telling you, Morocco knows me. He knows what I used to be. And God has really turned me around. He did a complete 180, man. And it was the best decision I made. Man. Best decision.
Oh,
that's good to hear, though, man.
Yeah.
I've always wanted, I was a religious program specialist in the Navy, man. And it just, but for all the chaplains that I worked for when I was in the military, man, it was always good to hear how they became, what drove them to become a chaplain or a preacher, or or even listening to the Roman Catholics, what I'm saying, the priest, man. When I talked to the priest, man, and he would tell me about their stories about what their life was growing up, man, and to hear their story, man, to build how they became who they are today, man, is always interesting, man. So it's always good. I mean, it's good to hear yours too as well. Yeah, I would never knew that if you didn't tell me,
Man, mine came through tragedy, and I advise people, don't wait till something bad happens before you make that decision. But my dad, and I'm kind of getting a little emotional just talking about it, because that was the turning point in my life when my dad, was taken from us by a drunk driver. And so I just want to take this time to, let everybody know, don't drink and drive. They got all different types of ways for people to get home now. You can have a designated day, you can call an Uber, man, just don't get behind the wheel. Don't get behind the wheel because you never know. You may take somebody's life, or you may lose your own life, and so don't get behind the wheel. But that was the turning point in my life. And now I look at it as, God took him in order to save my life, because I felt like I was on the road to destruction. I did not think I was going to make it past, 25, 30 years old. I didn't think I was going to live to see that long, because of the stuff that I was doing. Morocco knows, and, and so I'm grateful that God changed my life. I still wish that I had my dad here with me, but, God, as they say, does not make mistakes.
For sure. Leonard, you got anything for Pastor Williams before we move on?
Everything's kind of Titans related. I think everything I had, I was going to ask, like y'all asked, and he covered it within his question. So I think he covered everything pretty well, man. I do want to talk to you more often stuff, but no, definitely no. I just got some two-tone business questions for him.
Let's get to it.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. We're finna
go
ahead. We're finna get to the business, man. So, hey, look, listen, B. You already know, man, I got the utmost respect for you. So I'm going to keep on calling you Pastor, man, because I done bragged on you to so many people. I ain't never told you this, but, man, I done bragged on you to so many people, man. And, man, I can't say how proud I am of you, man. I mean, I can't put it into words how proud of you I am. So,
I appreciate it, bro.
Man, let's go ahead and get to some of this business, man. What does fan of the year mean to you?
So for me, fan of the year, it means the world. It just means, that I get to represent this team. I get to represent the fan base, and put on for the city one time. You know what I mean? And hopefully, maybe even shine a light on the work that we do in the community, and bring some awareness to, what's going on in terms of food insecurity, amongst our children, and so, yeah, man, I just want to, represent the team. I just want to represent the fan base.
For sure. Just doing your part, man. Hey, I feel that right there, man. As long as everybody doing their part, we all gonna grow together.
Yeah. So what moment, what point, like what made you become a Titans fan? Like what was that moment that like just embedded that two-tone blue into you?
Man, when they moved to Tennessee, I'm a homer. So as soon as we got the team, I was a fan. As soon as they got here, it was already, written in history that I would be a Titans fan.
So do you have something like within those first earlier years that was just like a core memory or like your first core memory as a fan of the team?
Man, not, I wouldn't say a core memory, but just watching the games, and I would say I became a diehard Titans fan. I watched football or whatever during the time that they came here, and and I already hung my hat on this particular team, but I became like a diehard fan. I would say in 2016, the Titans, they kind of won me over. I won a contest that it was what was the name of that contest? The Lord have mercy. It was I can't remember. It was something that was sponsored by Coke, and I won season tickets. And I started to go to all the games, and I was hooked, man. And and so I've been a season ticket member ever since. I go to the games, whenever I can, of course, because on Sundays that's when I do my job. That's when I get behind the podium and carry out my purpose in life. And once I leave there, I'm rushing to get to the games, and sometimes I make it there by halftime, or if I can't go at all, I give my tickets away. I don't even charge anybody for them. I'll just find a single mother or that has a son that wants to go to the game, and I'll make sure they get them, or father and a son, to kind of help them build that bond, and have those memories that they can share, years down the road, and hopefully we snag a few more diehard Titans fans.
Man, I know you do a lot of my bad. I know you do a lot of giveaways too, not even just the tickets, but you be having jerseys and all types of stuff. So like, is there any sneak peek of what might future you got coming this way for some fans? Because I know it's not done with.
I'm not done. I didn't get a chance to do it this year. Next year we will do another season ticket giveaway. We still have that on deck, and we didn't have that much success with it on because what we were doing it for, we were trying to raise some funds to help with what we do in the community. And some people donated, some people didn't, and the tickets cost way more than what the people were donating. And so this year we had some other financial obligations we had to meet, but we will pick it back up. We definitely will reach back out to the Titans again, and get some memorabilia that we can also give away as well.
All right, when you do that, you let us know. We'll make sure to plug and promote it here as much as we can and help out as well too. So you just let us know.
We'll do. But this year, my personal season tickets. So keep following. If I can't make it to the game, I'm going to give the tickets to somebody. Now, my wife don't like it. She don't like when I do that. You paid that money for those tickets. But that's just me. I'm a giver, man. I love to give.
For sure, man. Look, Pastor, I ain't gonna lie. The whole little thing they do with the Titans legends in the fourth quarter, right?
Man, dog. I was there.
They need to get rid of that, man. And by the fourth quarter, you done doing your thing. So you need to come out to Nissan Stadium in the fourth quarter and do your thing, man. Get these Titans some hope and praise to make it through these games. Because Lord knows we have been struggling like I don't know what.
The last time they did that Legends of the Game, it was what's his name? Derek Morgan, when we were playing the Green Bay Packers. Dog, I was there. It was so sad, man. I felt sorry for him. He came out trying to pump the crowd up, but all he could hear was "Go Pack, go, go Pack." Go. It was terrible.
Yeah, I was at that game too, man. And I tell you, dude, like the Packers took over our stadium by the second quarter, bro. I was like in there, like I was like, man, I'm ready to go, bro. Like there's just too many annoying Packer fans in our stadium, and I'm like, I just can't do it.
That's always been something that bothered me, man. Always, I just feel like, it should be two-tone blue all throughout the stadium, and I get it. The team has to win. They got to put a good product on the field, and right now they haven't been doing that, and so.
Yeah, I'll say this, when the Titans is winning, man, it's about 70-30. Even when we're playing the Cowboys and the 49ers, all that stuff, when we're winning, I give 7-30, 7-3, man. Yeah. But at the same time, though, like I just don't, it's hard to go to Titans game when they're losing, man, just because like the other fans gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna hear them. It is what it is, though.
No, man. And I've kind of noticed too the national fan base and everything. There's so much going on. It ain't even about if Titans are winning. It's if the Titans are entertaining. They want them to be entertaining and fun to watch because there's so much other fun things to do. Even if we're winning, like the Derrick Henry days. Oh, we're winning, it's running, but it's this run type stuff. Like it just hopefully this more pastel will fill more seats. But we got to get back in there. But with how prices are right now, and this is the product you're putting on the field, I don't really blame too many fans for not showing up, paying $400 or $500 for some tickets to have some good seats, and then you're still paying $100 up in nosebleeds. Yeah. And then this is what it is. You still got to give us a reason to show up too, but it is disturbing to see the stadium be like that.
It is. It would break my heart if they sold the team, though, dog. If they sold the team or moved because the fans weren't showing up, man, I'd be so heartbroken. I would, man. And so we still, we got to still, tune in, watch the games, and spend that little bread, man, so we can keep the team here, and I'm looking forward to the new stadium. looking forward to that. And I still think the Titans can do something this season. I do. I ain't gave up hope yet. Like the AFC is wide open. I think we can still, be competitive. We've been beating ourselves. It really hasn't been the other teams that's beating us. It's been us, as Vrabel said, doing dumb stuff to hurt the team. I still got hope that we can do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need to borrow some of that hope, bro.
I'm a person that believes in miracles, so
Man,
I believe in that, but
this season, man, I just don't think we got the right roster. Even if we can somehow sneak into the playoffs, it's like, man, what are we gonna do if we get in there? You know what I'm saying? Like, what really can we do if we get in there? Especially, well, if Levis actually becomes something, if he develops into a good quarterback, then we can do something. But other than that, I don't see us doing anything this year, man. I want to believe in it, man. I want to be as excited as Titan fans can be about us winning. But it's like, man, our quarterback ain't there yet,
Yeah.
So
I still, like I said, it's not bad to just think the roster is just a QB play ain't there, and I still believe, like what I've seen, I think Mason can come in here and do something and surprise a lot of people, bro. A lot of people thought Sam Darnold, Kirk Cousins, and all them wasn't about to come out here and do shit, and look what the fuck they out here doing, bro. So it's like
even Flacco look good.
You know what I'm saying? So you can say like, oh, he's shown all this, but we've seen this year has been the year that some guys are turning it around in this age bracket. So I don't know if Will Levis is going to be hurt this week with the Colts game, and it's another time to show Mason. I truly believe week in and week out, Mason gives us the better chance to win because this roster doesn't require, and this defense doesn't require an all-star QB that's going to lead you to come back and have to go in dual threats with other QBs.
Especially
this is just
to beat the Colts.
Don't give the game away.
Yeah, the Broncos, they've been winning with their defense.
Yeah,
they got a winning record, and Bo Nix is, this is his first season, playing in the NFL, and the defense has been winning the games for him. They just, just have to come out and manage the game, and clean up the mistakes. And I think they can. I don't know if they really will make the playoffs, but I'm still gonna hold out hope because it's any given Sunday. Anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen, really.
Yeah, no. He said Flacco went nutty. I mean, I just look at it like this, man. Can Flacco do that on our defense? You know what I'm saying? Do you think he's gonna get to 300-something yards on our defense? I don't see it, man. Especially with the way we run the ball and we play field position. I just don't see him doing that to us. That's why I feel confident about if Mason Rudolph is the quarterback, I feel very confident about us winning. And one, we're at home. Two, our defense is very, very good. And we can run the ball. We can play Titan football when we need to. It just seems like when you showed in the Miami game, we can get physical. We can bully ball you all game while our defense do a job. So I feel confident if Mason Rudolph is a quarterback. I do feel confident in getting a dub this Sunday. So we'll see.
Yeah. And like CJ says, just because Mason is a backup QB and Stevens A said that, we've also don't mean he's not better than Will Levis. Like, we don't have to play Will Levis to the detriment. If you can figure out that pretty soon, and I'm pretty sure those coaches there's certain things you just can't coach out of a player. And if you can't protect yourself in this hero ball and this turnover stuff, is it consistent and you see it in practice and you see how when we break down film, they got the first hand set, so they'll be able to see these things. It ain't just a more of can we develop them. Now it's becoming a question of can we coach out these bad habits out of them? And I don't know if you really can, because a lot of them we've never seen that really work out to anybody's benefit in the future. So go out there, let Mason carry this, and let you see what you actually got, and we can see with this coaching staff. But man, for me, it's Will Levis. You can kind of tell that it's not the guy for us moving forward, and I don't see why we got to let the whole season go to detriment for him, because we might go 8-9 or 9-8 with Mason Rudolph, but that doesn't mean nothing can't happen in the playoffs and we can pull something out. Eli Manning won a Super Bowl as a wild card QB twice with a 9-7 record, and one time beat the 17-0 New England Patriots. Like, anything can happen once you get to the playoffs.
I know I'm gonna tune in every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whenever they're playing. I'm tuning in, I'm watching, and as soon as they kick that ball off, I'm hoping we win the game. I'll never go to a Titans game hoping we lose or expecting us to lose. None of that. that's just not me, man. I'm one of those optimistic people, glass half full. I always want to, I just want to win. Basically, I just want to win, especially since I've already spent my money. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit through a tanking season. I've already spent a few $1,000 on tickets. You feel me?
Yeah, I don't think the Titans are gonna tank. We're gonna always try hard. I don't think that we're ever just gonna go out there and not give it 100%. Like if we're not good, we're just not good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm right now we're on the tinker end of being good. I mean, bad to mediocre right now. So what I'm trying to figure out I'm just trying to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like if we can somehow get something out of Mason Rudolph, or maybe Will Levis can improve. We can get out of this slump. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We just die in need of at least a solid quarterback. To compete with the division. Because right now the Texans don't look like they unstoppable. The Colts look like they can get beat any other week, man. And the Jaguars are the Jags. So we'll see what we look like moving forward in this division. We ain't even this is our first division game. Hell.
Right.
X.
Right.
Yeah, the Titans can definitely get back in it with a win this Sunday. And shout out to Ron Davenport too, man. If y'all ain't read the latest article he put out, man, go read it, man. I mean, he definitely done his thing. He discussed ways, 3 areas where Levis needs to grow. He mentioned the pre and pro snap recognition and referenced the Green Bay game. He also said, stop trying to do too much. I mean, Will Levis, as you know, he feels like he's got to put the team on his back every single time they ask him to pass the football, in which that usually has resulted in some bad things happening. I don't even have to mention them, but TD goes back to his college days. I mean, this isn't anything new with Will Levis. I mean, it was points in college where he felt like he had to put Kentucky on his back, and he went out there and tried to make some plays that wasn't there. And lastly, TD said it's going to take time. And that one right there is the one that resonated with me. It's going to take time. I mean, if you've been watching this show, I've been on Will Levis's ass. Excuse me. But been all over Will Levis about these turnovers, because I understand that there's going to be growing pains. You're going to make some mistakes, but the type of mistakes Will Levis made throughout the first 2 weeks of this season, it's unacceptable. I can deal with Green Bay. I can even deal with Miami, but the first 2 weeks, I couldn't deal with them. But at the same time, everybody got to take time and understand that, hey, this is a work in progress. We don't know how much time Will Levis actually has, but we know that things aren't going to look good throughout the first 4 weeks of the season. We've told y'all this plenty of times, and even though we told y'all, we've been going through it ourselves. So when TD mentioned that right there, I said, okay, so maybe I do need to, dial it back with Will Levis a little bit and just understand that he's going to, do some dumb things, but when he's not, he's doing okay.
I think though, something that has to constantly be thrown into this equation that a lot of people tend to forget because he's on a rookie contract is he's 25 years old. We don't have really much time. We don't have a 5th-year option on you, and by the time you're at your rookie contract, you're 28. you're almost already a 30-year-old quarterback out of a rookie contract. We don't have time. We need you to perform right now. Is that kind of brutal and mean to expect from him? Yes, but that's the position that this GM and this coaching staff has put you in, because we knew it was going to take time, but we also knew that that leash was short because you brought in so many players on 1-year deals. You've promised the fans that this ain't a rebuild. This is a retool, and this is a constructive rebuild, and we're going to come out here and be a competitive football team. Then you come out here and you can't have these constantly happen, because he's at an age that you can't take forever. You can't take a couple of seasons to learn, because by that time happens and you pick up, then we're paying you 60, 70 million, probably by that time, 80 million a year for a QB. And you're already almost in your 30s. And then what are we going to get from that point then on? Are we just going to get 2 contracts out this guy, and then we're back to finding another QB? Because after his second contract, he's in retirement age. So yeah, he's a young rookie guy, but he's not. He's the oldest guy in the AFC South. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is younger than this guy.
Yeah, that's crazy, right?
Yeah. So how you feel about it, Pastor, man? Will Levis, and how much time does he actually have?
I think Firestone just said it all, but I think I think he's pressing. I think he's really aware of that timeline, and I think he's trying to play under a lot of pressure. And I think you alluded to the fact that he feels like he has to put the team on his back, every time he drops back to throw the ball, and he is too tightly wound. Like, he really is. You can see it. He's just extra, with the facial expressions and, even just the way he jogs out onto the field. You can just see he's just too wired up. It's like somebody turned his crank too much or something. He's just too, he's really too tightly wound. And I think he just needs to kind of settle down, play within the offense, make the right reads, and don't turn the ball over, and we can win some games. I think once he starts to get some wins under his belt, and some good games, then he can, kind of build on that. And then we can see, how it all shakes out at the end of the season, and find out if he's the guy or if we need to, look elsewhere. But right now, if we had to make that decision today, man, I want to see what Mason Rudolph has, because we should be, at least 3-1 right now. Green Bay, the whole team lost that game. That loss was on the entire team, and God bless, Malik Willis, but man, I didn't even think they should have made that trade, to Green Bay.
Nah.
He trained with us the entire offseason. He knows your scheme. He knows what y'all been installing the whole offseason, and then you trade him to an opponent that's on your schedule. I didn't think
should have traded Mason Rudolph.
Yeah. Or at least trade him outside of the division, and to a team that's not on your schedule, or keep him. You could have kept him.
Yeah, they most definitely underestimated Malik, man, because as you can see, they wasn't prepared for what Green Bay done with Malik Willis.
Right.
Bro, but they couldn't keep Malik, and this is why the Titans couldn't keep Malik. They was going to either cut him or trade him at the end of this year, regardless. Because for one, you can't have that controversy in the room. Because could you imagine if Malik was still in the room and all this shit was happening with Levis? It's easier with Rudolph because we know who he is. He's a veteran. He's just a backup. But when you got Will Levis playing like this, and there's Malik in the backup quarterback room, and you got all these Malik Tennessee Titans fans, they're going to call for Malik to play. So if you're really trying to give Will Levis this full year without benching him, you can't have Malik around. He has to be gone, or otherwise, as soon as he messes up, everybody's going to be calling for Malik, but nobody's going to be calling for Mason.
So politics.
I wish we could trade for Malik back.
My point exactly.
At this point, but prior to the Green Bay game, if everybody was a prisoner of the moment, who would have really been asking for Malik to take over the reins? Given what we saw him do, in prior seasons, he wouldn't even throw the ball. We took Kansas City to overtime, and it shouldn't have even gone that far. It's just that Malik Willis would not throw the ball. Once we got in that third and long, you know, I was like, it's over because he's not going to throw it. He was not going to throw the ball. So, given what we had already seen prior to that, if they had kept Will Levis, I don't think anybody would be, you know, hoping that Malik Willis would have would come in the game and save the season, because I don't think they thought he could.
My question is that why is it that when he went to the Packers, it just felt like he felt way more comfortable as a quarterback? It's like he knew who to throw the ball to. He knew all the reads, the checks. It was like he was a whole different quarterback than what he was with us. And I was like, it's starting to question us as a franchise. Why are we not good with quarterbacks like Green Bay is? You know what I'm saying? What are they doing over there that we're not doing? Because they are shitting out quarterbacks left and right, man. And it's like, why can't do that? You know, what's stopping us from doing that?
Yeah,
I think they've been so lucky as a franchise that like hadn't good quarterbacks for so long that they have figured out how you find a coach that knows how to develop. Like they know the intangibles of what it takes to have a coach and that football player, because they've done it so much now and had them around for so long that they know like this coaching staff don't work with this. We know how it works with Brett Favre and they've seen all those things. So they know how to go find those coaches, because that is exactly it. It's a you've ever had somebody try to teach you something and multiple people try to teach you and you just can't get it, then somebody explains it to you and it's like the simplest shit and you're like, why is it taking me so long to understand that? And that's just like how Green Bay QB is. That like when they take QBs in over there, it just the light turns on, they click, they understand. And it's like you said, we got to find that in coaches. We thought we had it with Ken Wisenhunt, who's supposed to be offense QB guru. Hopefully Brian Callahan can be it now too, because since he's supposed to be this QB guru as well.
Yeah,
I think it just played out perfectly for Malik Willis, because Ronnie just said it right here. It was because of Matt LaFleur too. And see, even I feel like even if Malik would have got traded the year after he got drafted to Green Bay, he still wouldn't have been able to do what he done these while he was the starter at the beginning of the season, for the simple fact that he still needed to grow as a passer. And I think a lot of Titan fans, and me at first, I was doing it as well. I was blaming the Titans, but honestly, the Titans, they done good by Malik, because guess what? Malik did grow as a passer under the Titans. Now, he may not have showed it here in Tennessee, but you seen it in Green Bay. And go right back to Levis with, you know, everything that's going on with him. The same thing could happen with Levis too. We hope like hell it happens sooner than later though, because, you know, if he don't get it done this year, there's a good chance the Titans are going to have a really high draft pick and they could go get their guy. So Will Levis could go somewhere else and shine. And that won't be the Titans' fault, y'all. We got to stop blaming the Titans for every single little thing.
I don't know if he would go somewhere else and shine, because, you know, the stuff he's doing, man, I've never seen anything like it. Like, I've never seen somebody struggle, you know, this bad. You know, I know occasionally somebody's going to throw an interception, but the bonehead stuff he's doing, I've never seen anything like it before. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, just take the sack. You know, it's third. I forget the down or the distance he had to go, but you were not going to pick up that first down in that moment. Just take the sack, dog. You know, and you cost us the game. You know, and you know, the dive and trying to toss it to, you know, Tajay. Yeah, man. Like, what are you doing, man? You know, by the time I get out of church, I'm excited. I can't wait to get to the game, and I'm expecting, you know, the game to either be close or whatever. That first week, I was like, yes, you know, Will Levis doing his thing, and then all of a sudden, man, by the time I got, you know, got to the house, you know, we were losing. I was so mad. I couldn't believe it. And then when we were playing the Jets, my little brother walked up to me. He said, man, he did it again. I was like, goodness gracious. I thought God was punishing me or something, man.
Like Callahan said,
Titans
something
fans,
just
maybe.
got clicked for this guy, man.
Yeah, and it's like I don't understand how it doesn't already click because, like we said, he's 25. This is the maturity thing. Like, okay, NFL speed, game speed, windows was bigger in college, get smaller here. Like, those are things you expect to have be the learning curve and the growing pains, not the, hey, guy, protect the ball. Just protect the ball. Act like that ball is your life and protect it. I don't care. Take the sack, live to fight another down. We got a damn good punter that can punt the ball over here. But if you're going to fumble this to them or throw a pick right here in this coverage by trying to do too much, and I don't know if it's how they're breaking down the schemes with how he reads. I don't know if there's just one, stare downs, but I know everybody's like, well, he wasn't expecting that the D lineman to drop back in coverage on that D hop pick last week. I don't care. Like, you should be still reading, whether you expect it or not. You should be reading the throw before you make the throw and see that there's a guy literally standing in front of him. If you can't see that, and Will Levis is one of the easiest guys to lip read going to the sidelines. I didn't see him. How do you not see him? I don't get that at
the
all.
bigger dude on the field, man.
I get that you didn't expect him to drop back, and that's where the ball's supposed to go. But everybody should be able to like, oh yeah, that's not open, and then go find somebody else or take off and run or like something. But it shouldn't be, yeah, he's not open, let's still throw that. And he's done that in other games, the Jets game, where he hit the defender in the helmet too. So it's like everybody's like, oh, if you just take away these one or two, it's not one or two, it's consistently. And you can say that about everybody. If you take away their bad, of course they're good.
At first, we could say it's just one or two, but like you said, man, it's every game now. It's every game, and he didn't even get through the first drive, on Monday Night Football before he threw that interception.
Man, let's keep it 100, man. Like, when have we ever just, and this would be real, because we've been on this podcast talking for a good little minute. When have we ever just said that Will Levis was a good quarterback, bro?
No, bro, we've tried to have faith. We had faith.
We were blind by delusion, bro. Cause we were at the time when he became the quarterback, he came out and threw 4 touchdowns. We was hyped. Cause we were like, oh man, he doing stuff we didn't think he could do, and then he had a couple of and then he had a good game. He had a pretty straight game against Pittsburgh. After that, it was bad game. We just let it slide. We like, he a rookie, you know what I'm saying? He gonna make mistakes, and then now we get to this season, our expectations was just way too high on this.
That's why I had high expectations.
We saw what he could do, though. That's the thing. In that Atlanta game, we saw what he was fully capable of. And when he was having the bad games, he wasn't doing any foolishness.
Yeah, he wasn't doing that.
He wasn't trying to throw the football to Tajay Spears off his belly or any of that stuff or whatever. But I think we all understood that we got to get this man the O-line so we can really see what he got. And when we started building up the O-line, we started having faith like, okay, we know Levis got an arm on him, man. And we know Levis got some legitimate coaches around him now. This guy should be better. But right now, we can clearly see Madden was right, the national media was right, the Texans fans were right, the Colts fans were right, hell, even the Jags fans was right, even though they dealing with a $270 million quarterback who's doing the same damn thing. I mean, everybody who told us Will Levis sucks was right, but it is what it is. So we hoping he can turn it around. If he can't, oh well, we move on.
Yeah, I think the best thing to do if we get a top 5 pick is to pick another quarterback. And I know people gonna sit there and yell out T-Mac and Luther Burden and just get Travis Hunter. Like, right, we need a quarterback, bro. We're not gonna get nowhere. We can get all these fancy players. Like, the Falcons didn't win nothing with Deion Sanders, bro. Who was their quarterback then? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a quarterback, bro, to lead the team, man. If you're gonna really believe in doing something, bro. So.
And I think Shador can do it. I really do.
I like Shador too.
Yeah, I think Shador can do it, man. He's got that it factor about him. He's got that clutch gene. Shador can do it, man. And from what I was, hearing, I think he's being trained by Tom Brady behind the scenes, or at least getting some pointers from him, or his dad using his connections to help him out a little bit, and but I think Shador, I think he's a really good quarterback, and he's not as, I mean, he's mobile, but he's not what's your boy name up in Washington?
Nah, he ain't Jaden Daniels.
Yeah,
man,
he's not Jaden
he
Daniels.
can get out of a little pitch.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just need your quarterback to be mobile, man. Like you like Shador, I like Shador too. Y'all know who my guy is, man. Mr. Cam Ward out there in Miami, bro. He out there dying, man. So I just feel like I like the ice in his veins, man. He's never out of a foot. If y'all didn't watch that game he had against Cal last week, man, when they was down 13 to like 30 and they came all the way back and won, that just shows you the type of quarterback he can be. So he's never out of a game. So, that's me. But I definitely like Shador too. Shador is the beast as well.
Yeah, we just need them to be coachable. And with Shador, man, just need him to, get his mentality in check, man. Don't be throwing your old lineman up under the bus in the NFL. We can't have that, man.
Right.
There's going to be, that's the thing though.
We can throw MPF under there though. Throw MPF up there.
Nah, don't even do it. Don't even go there. Don't throw nobody up on the bus.
Oh, not MPF, bro.
I wouldn't be mad at him. I wasn't mad when he done the whole little thing. Who was he playing against? Nebraska or somebody? Nebraska or Wisconsin when Shador said all of that.
Yeah.
But I wasn't even mad at him. It was just the point that, like, dude, you can't do that.
That O-line got it together.
Yeah, I mean, they did, but I mean, it's still, it's a look that you don't want to have, especially after walking off the field while the game was still going on.
Yep, but that next game they won, he brought the O-line with him to the press conference too. He gave them their flowers.
Yeah, he make it right.
Yeah,
but see, and I think that's the point though. Like you have to realize with Shador when you get him is that he's going to have that little bit of diva-esque in him. Like he's Deion's son. Okay, he's going to come with some antics. So if you're going to come and you're going to want the good play, you're going to have to realize that antics are going to come with Shador. He's going to talk on that field. He's going to showboat a little bit. He's going to say some things in pressers. He's going to say some bulletin board material from time to time.
Yeah.
I just think if you're going to get Shador, you have to realize that you're going to have to accept some antics that come with them.
Yeah. And it's going to sell tickets too.
Facts. Agreed.
If he giving us the wins, okay, I can deal with it.
Hey. Yeah. I'll say him in a CJ Stroud battle with them talking how both of them are, that would make the rival even better. I'm not even gonna lie to you about that.
Man, that lucky ass team in Houston.
I've been having a hard time with this, y'all. I need y'all to pray for me. Because I know, the Texans, we don't like anybody else in the AFC South, but man, CJ is growing on me. He's
man.
Like, I'll be seeing his videos and I'll be like, man, I'm not supposed to like this. But man, he on the sideline, he praying, he giving glory to God, and
that's what it is.
I'm like, man, that's my brother in Christ. I gotta.
He out here dating Amber Rose, man. I ain't trying to.
Exactly, pal. I understand, but boy, don't let the Jesus act fool you.
Yeah,
you gotta do better. Devils work in disguise.
They do.
Yeah. Somebody said that. He said,
"You guys see what was going on with Stephon Diggs and Cardi B?"
Yeah, man. It's
wild. The Houston Texans and them tabloids, bro.
Man, 18 months pregnant. My goodness, that's crazy. Like on both parts, like that's crazy. But
yeah, man, it's pretty wild, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about it, and all that good stuff. And make sure you go holler at Wilson down to Music City Autoplex, man. If you can't make it down there to the lot, go to the website musiccityAutoplex.com. So, some quick things real quick before we get to the last one of the night. Cedric Gray designated to come to return from IR this week. What are your thoughts on it? I'll start off with RJ.
Say it again, my fault. I had to see the message.
It's all good. Thoughts on Cedric Gray coming back off of IR this week?
Man, I just want him to, he's gonna be a backup, man. It's probably starting out, man. Just don't do too much, man. Give him a couple plays here and there, man. Just work his way up to show, to make him a solid backup for right now. We don't need him to be a certified starter, as well. So yeah, I think he'll be good. I think
he's gonna have to be really good to, start over Murray and what's your boy Ernest Jones. He'll have to be really good in order to start over them. So, and that would only be a good thing for the Titans if he's that good. But I think he'll be a good depth piece. And hopefully as he gets more reps, he keeps improving and helps the defense out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what my point was. Like early, how you got drafted to this team ain't the same scenario you're coming back from IR. You ain't the guy that is. Hey, can he be the green dot guy that carries it for the year? That's no longer the concern for you no more. You don't have to come in here and feel like you have to prove that they're right in the pick, and you got 4 weeks of making up because you didn't get to play. Like you said, you got Ernest Jones ahead of you. You got Kenneth Murray ahead of you. Just come out, find your groove. Find where you get, find your groove, find your placement, find what you're supposed to do, find the place, find the ball, go hit the ball. Just go make plays. You don't have to do too much. You don't have to make up for anything. They got you in a situation now to where you can actually develop. You don't have to feel like I got to come out to be a guy that proves to y'all that I can be the green dot and I can run this defense. You can just come in, fill in, figure out, fit in where you fit in and figure it out. You don't have to have all that pressure anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I feel the same way, man. And it's actually a blessing for Cedric Gray for the simple fact of what Firestone said. You don't have that type of pressure on you to come in here and perform. Just imagine if he wouldn't have got hurt and he would have been, a guy we would have been looking at to make an impact on the field week 1. Well, he said he doesn't have to worry about any of that. Just find your groove, find your niche. They'll probably, give them some runs on special teams or whatever, just to get them accustomed to, the NFL. But they're going to do right by them. They're going to work them in slowly. And hopefully towards the back end of the season, man, we'll start to see him really make an impact on the defense.
And Demetrius here has had a good comment too. He was like, should help to give the linebackers a little more rest since our offense can't sustain drives. With Gray coming back, should help. Yeah, absolutely. That too, because rotational stuff, people get tired. Hey, and you saw, man, Kenneth Murray's out there flying sideline to sideline, and Ernest Jones is also trying to figure this stuff out off of injury a little bit. So I'm sure he'll appreciate having some rest too while he's trying to come back and get back into football shape fully with everything he's been going on and figuring out this defense as well. So that's definitely going to be a big help to the linebacker core.
Yeah, who do y'all think would be better in coverage, Cedric Gray or Kenneth Murray?
Cedric Gray.
Yeah, Cedric Gray. I think Cedric Gray is going to be the Kenneth Murray replacement in the near future. Probably not this season, but I'm talking about in the future, like probably about 2 years from now. Once he finally gets adjusted to the league, his body's ready. You know what I'm saying? Because Kenneth Murray, he's probably, he's getting towards the end. I ain't gonna say towards the end of his career, but once his contract is up, he's gone. You know what I'm saying? Ernest Jones is probably gonna be the main. He's probably gonna be a superstar linebacker here. So I just like the way he plays. I think he's going to be really good. And Cedric Gray, man, he's probably gonna be the number 2. So I like what Rand did, as well, man. I really excited about a linebacker core. It's definitely better than when we just had Aziz. So I don't know. There's still Aziz has not impressed me on the Houston Texans. So I don't understand why they paid him all that money. But they don't listen to me. So
yeah.
Man, y'all know who I got to thinking about earlier today?
No.
Jamal Adams. I think we're finna run into one of them same situations that we had back when we got Golden Tate. Y'all remember when they hid Golden Tate on the roster or whatever? I think that might end up happening to Jamal Adams.
Yeah. The injuries, man, they just, not allowing them to be great. That's the ability is availability.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. But I mean, like we said though, when we first signed him, like we knew this was going to be a possibility with his injuries that he probably won't see a lot of field. But if he can at least be bare minimum a leader in that locker room of knowing what Denard Wilson wants from this defense, that contract, that 1-year contract, prove it deal will be worth it for the Tennessee Titans because you got basically an extra coach in the locker room and in Guy's ear that is a good leader type guy and mentor type guy, even if he doesn't see too much field time.
Breaker said we had Golden Tate. Yeah, we had Golden Tate. I can't remember which year it was, but yeah, they signed Golden Tate to the practice squad, and he never got elevated. I mean, nobody seen or heard where he was at. I mean, there's no pictures of Golden Tate in practice. I mean, they straight up hid this man. So yes, we had Golden Tate, but we didn't see Golden Tate. But let's go ahead and keep this thing rocking and rolling, man, because some foolishness happened over the weekend where one of our good legends decided to take money from the dirty, crummy Houston Texans, and he pretty much cut a promo video for
but we got it.
Their little H is up, H is down, foolish, whatever they call it, man. I mean, Bruce Matthews went up over there and done some foolishness. And even though I don't feel no type of way about it, I feel those who feel some type of way about it, including Firestone, who's fuming right now because he's ready to get into this thing about Bruce Matthews. So I ain't going to hold you. Firestone, go ahead and do your thing.
I'm going to go ahead and play this clip because apparently a lot of Titans fans ain't seen it either, and it's a little 55-second clip. So we'll play this clip, and this is narrated by Titans Oilers legend, Ring of Honor holder, Bruce Matthews.
Everybody has a story. My story began when I...
Bro, it aggravates me because he says, our colors. When have you ever been a part of the Texans? If I recall, and I'm pretty sure if you recall, all those checks you cashed when you was playing football came from the Adams family, not the McNair family. If I recall, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how that was working. So I don't know with all this, our colors, this and that. It kills me too because they're like, H-Town Blue been a part of us ever since the beginning. H-Town Blue ain't been a color until this fucking year. What do you mean it's been with y'all this entire existence of Houston? Y'all just made up this color because you couldn't get Columbia blue. How can this color been around this whole time? And they was like first responders. All our first responders have this, and that's for us, the cities, and all that's so sad and so bad. None of these pictures are Houston PD. Not one of these photos that show this blue that's supposed to be Houston is a Houston PD. They're not the only ones who wear it. And then there was also like, it's dawned on our flag and our seal. Really? Is it dawned on your flag and your seal? Because that's not Columbia blue. And too many fans would text the Houston fans would come and send you a fake little photo of what your flag is. They're like, that's not the flag. Pretty sure that's the flag right there standing behind your mirror. That's that dark blue. That ain't Columbia blue, city flag, Houston flag. That's not what it is. That looked like a navy blue right there. So all this bull that y'all want to say, and then talking about NASA picked it because it's a Houston blue. NASA picked it because it's the sky, this color of the sky. They didn't pick it because it's Houston. Not nowhere in NASA did they say we picked it because it had something to do with Houston. Not never. Y'all can fact check easily. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, and then you're going to have Bruce Matthews sell out and do this shit for an organization you ain't never been a part of, didn't live in Houston, didn't grow up in Texas, ain't had nothing a part of that franchise or that city until you got drafted by them and maybe did, 3 years of assistant coaching for the Texans for some years, and then you sell out and help give them this propaganda to push like it's fueling what every Texans fan says every year. It don't make no sense. How the hell do you give ammo to these Benedict Arnolds who out here turn their back on the team and then now want to cry about the history that they turned their back on?
They act like they invented the color blue. That was my exact thought when I was watching that video. It was like the police department has on H-Town Blue. Like, man, I didn't know police is all over the world that wear that type of blue uniform. Y'all are not the first ones to have that type of blue on. My God.
Man, listen,
First
look,
police
bro.
department-
Hey, Bruce Matthews, I'm gonna go and say this, bro. Give me a Titan jersey, bro. Give me an Oilers jersey, bro. Don't ever step up in this franchise. I don't want to see you talk to Miss Amy. I don't want to see you I don't want to see you at Adam's grave, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you nowhere near this franchise. You're a Texan. Yeah, you're not a Titan, bro. You're not a Titan / Oiler, bro. I don't even want to see you wear blue. You can go and rock them jerseys, bro, and be the AFC bus, AFC Championship bus to the Houston Texans, bro. Y'all garbage, bro. Y'all go join
stay
the
over
garbage.
there.
Stay over there, bro. We don't want you over here, bro. Stay over there.
Yeah, he's not invited to homecoming. He can't come.
He took the money. Enjoy your money. Enjoy your
money,
H-Town Blue money.
Bro, all them Oiler days that are about to come up, all those times where legend of the game, all that, you ain't gonna be able to come back. Titans fans are gonna boo. This ain't gonna we don't take this lightly at all. That's traitor shit. Like that was some horrible shit that you would have done. Like, I'm wondering, like, what does Miss Amy do? Because there has to be something. Bro, because like the first police department to use that was actually the New York City Police. That was the first one, and they went from light blue because it was a cooler color for the summers. Police departments originally used dark blue because that's after the Civil War. The Union gave them to police officers, and that's what they used. Then they used light blue to then go for summer blues because it was cooler to wear. That's the fucking reason, not because H-Town Blue. No, it's not. Stop this shit. Stop this bullshit. But Miss Amy has to retaliate in some way. If like you can't just do nothing. I mean, clearly he's not going to be able to come back to stadium games for some time, if not ever, after doing this. So what? Do you unretire his number? Do you pull him from the ring? Because his name is on the damn stadium. I'm pretty sure there's still a picture of him on the stadium.
Paint over that. Put Javon Curse up there.
We don't want that on there. Take his name off. Take his name off of the stadium.
Yeah, put Javon Curse up there. Put anybody up there. We don't care who you put.
I'm good.
Mariota up there. Mariota was more of a Titan than Bruce Matthews, or more of a Titan / Oiler. Put Levis up there. Screw
this man. We took this man to his only Super Bowl in his history, bro. The Nashville took him to his only Super Bowl, bro, that he's ever been to, bro. He didn't go to Super Bowl now one time with the darn Oilers, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, you wildin', man.
Yes, bro. It's you just can't come out and do these things. And I don't know, like, money I ain't gonna get in nobody's pockets, but there's just certain things you just can't sell out for because you know that like you have to go home and return face. You got to show your face back at home, and for home for you is back to the Titans fans. You have to come back and show up for that because we put you in a ring of honor, retired that number. But Adams put his faith in you. We brought you out to the stadium when after you got your Hall of Fame, you got your Hall of Fame jacket from all that stuff. And then just to turn on us to help them push this lie propaganda that every Texans fan spew out every single year is just sickening knowing. That you saw how Houston treated y'all when y'all left. You remember how them motherfuckers wasn't showing up to games. Y'all had the record lowest attendance after y'all said y'all was moved. Everybody in Houston said, fuck Bud, fuck Oilers, fuck all y'all. Y'all ain't part of none of us in our history. We ain't none of that. We ain't a part of it. And then now y'all want to sit here and cry and do this shit. You was there to see it firsthand and see how the fans treated you and see how the city of Houston treated you. And you go back and do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they wildin', man. But hey, shout out to Magnet Rome too, man. Hey, he brought up a memory of y'all, man, when he was here in Nashville, Pastor.
Yeah. I think it was was it the 99-yard game for Derrick Henry? Was it that night? I know it was super cold. It was definitely super cold.
I'm finna tell you what game it was. I want to say it was a week 17 game or whatever. I think that was that same game you was in the suite with DeMarco Murray's family.
I'm not sure.
If I'm not mistaken, that's when it was.
Yeah. I was with my son. You're right. It was that game. I was with my son. That was, man, you're talking about one of the most memorable moments being a Titans fan. That was awesome, dog. Being able to sit in the skybox with DeMarco Murray, You know, then PK Subban comes in and we're watching the game, man, and seeing the Titans go back to the playoffs, you know, for the first time in 10 years. That was so dope. That was so dope. I got to sit in the in the rush room, you know, all season long that year. And so I was giving my tickets away all season because, you know, DeMarco hooked your boy up. You know, but I was so shocked to see how short Matt was. I thought Matt was taller than
man. Matt ain't short, man.
He's shorter than I am. I'm a little dude.
Matt the perfect size. Matt the perfect size for a fullback. he perfect for a fullback position, man. He put me in the mind of fullback. Let me see. He put me in the mind of, I ain't lie. He got a little Mike Allstott to him, man.
That's my guy. That's my guy. You know, Matt and the Tennessee Titans Elite group on Facebook, man. Those guys are pretty cool. You know, we've been rocking for a while, man. And when tough times come up, I've watched us all, you know, band together and be there for each other. You know, so shout out to Matt. Shout out to Matt.
He said 5'8" centimeters.
That's funny.
Oh shit, that's a good one. I'm gonna remember that one because, bro, I'm 5'10". So you know, if you're below 6 foot, everybody think you short or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'm 5. I'm gonna use that now, Matt. I'm 5'10" and some centimeters. I promise you.
What team did his son play for?
I don't know what he's talking about. No, I was just saying I was with my son at that. You know, my son. That's the one that's getting ready to be a dad. He's in the Army's stationed at Fort Bragg out there in North Carolina. Thank God that, you know, him and his wife they're okay, and you know the hurricane didn't affect them. You know, and so but we are, you know, praying for all of those affected in North Carolina, and you know, and those who are in the path of the new. I think it's Hurricane Milton that's coming through. You know, I think it's up. I think it's only like 2 miles per hour shorter than a Category 5 hurricane. So we're hoping everybody listens and you know, stays safe and evacuates if they need to. You know, if you're in those areas and you can get out, get out.
Yeah, for sure, man. Everybody stay safe, man. If you within the eye of that storm, man, most definitely take every precaution that you need to take. Don't feel the need to ride it out or any of that, man. Go to safety, get to a safe place. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the show up for the night, man. Pastor, it has most definitely been a pleasure and an honor to have you on this show.
Thank y'all.
Tell the people where they can find you at, and man, pop it one time for us, man, because you're running for fan of the year, man.
Yeah.
So you got to make a case for why you should be fan of the year.
Oh, you know, the nominations, you know, the time has passed for anybody to nominate me or to vote for me or whatever. And so I'm just hoping that, you know, y'all, you know, mess with your boy enough to put me in the running so that I can represent, you know, the Tennessee Titans this year, you know, at the NFL honors and all that comes with it. I want that badge right there, man, that fan of the year badge on the side of the jersey. And I want to be able to put that sword down, you know, in the middle of the field, man. You know, that's going to be awesome, man. And I've already envisioned in my mind what I'm going to do when I get out there and just try to get the crowd hype and ready to go, you know, and so I'm looking forward to the outcome of this, you know, situation. And I know Taylor, he would be a good person to represent the fan base. Paul, and what's the other young lady's name? You know, I'm getting older, so my memory sometimes fails me. What is her name? I think it's Haley. I think it's Haley. Haley's also running as well, and so, you know, but we got some good people, man, good fans that would represent the team this year. So I wish them good luck as well. but you can find me on Facebook, Brandon Williams, or on X at Brandon NBMINC, or on Sunday mornings you can find me at 523 Church Street in downtown Nashville at 11:30 a.m. And I know some of y'all want to go to the game, but in the future, we may incorporate 8:30 service so that you can come get your praise on and be out of church before kickoff.
Oh, you just like one of them black churches, man. They be out there eating 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, man. 5 o'clock at night, man. Out there still praise the Lord, man. You ain't gotta tell me, I know. No, I'm just I'm messing
you be in there cutting up, boy, shouting and all that. Yeah.
For sure. Well, man, like I said, man, it's been a pleasure and an honor having you on here. Man, we wish you the best of luck with everything you got going on. And y'all, make sure y'all continue to support all of our fellow fans that's out here putting good energy into the world, man, because I guarantee you, everybody that's running for fan of the year, they're not just doing what they're doing just because they're running for fan of the year. What they've been doing it a long time. They're doing it from their heart. They're doing it because they appreciate the blessings that they've received. So continue to support them in every single way possible. Yeah, this episode has been brought to you by, I got to preaching a little bit, but this episode has been brought to you by Music City Autoplex, man. Make sure you go holler at Wilson, man, and let him get you right when it comes to a vehicle, man. I'm telling you, man, they got some great vehicles out there, but you got to go holler at them. If you can't make it down to the lot, go to musiccityAutoplex.com, check out their inventory online, and give them a call at 844-543-0108. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend about us, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. You can check us out on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, all of that, man. We everywhere. You can't miss us, man. Make sure you go to our website, Titans Colosseum. We rock with the Titans, so it's all good, but I'm going to make sure you get to the right place. TitansColosseum.com, man. We cooking up on there, man. We got merch you can buy. Hey, listen, it's a one-stop shop for anything that you want, man. Firestone, you got anything you want to add to it before we ride out?
We will have new merch designs that coming out. We did some tweaking. We did some maneuver. Man, I'm telling y'all, we had a cold-ass Will Levis fucking merch to drop, bro, and he been fucking it up. We had a cold-ass Will Levis merch. Oh, I'm so upset with it. But we have we pivoted, and we got some more merch coming out here soon for y'all. So by Friday, we'll announce what the new merch is for y'all, show y'all, and hopefully y'all enjoy that and can go grab some of that.
RJ, you want to add anything before we ride out?
Yeah, man, we'll see you guys on Friday, but at the same time, man, I hope we get Mason Rudolph this week. I just can't stand the Colts, man. Can we just in this 2-game losing streak we got to do so we can go ahead and get back to beating their ass again, bro? Because they've been annoying, bro. Them and the Texans, man, yeah, we got to beat them, bro. We can't we at least gotta get one.
Yeah,
So
I
you
just
want
want to
Mason
spank
for
the
the
Just
Texans.
get one. I ain't gotta hit it.
Yeah, I just want to spank the Texans once, just to
just once,
remind
man.
them that nah, y'all ain't it. That's all I want them to do, man. But let's go ahead and wrap up this show, man. Hey, y'all make sure y'all have a blessed week, man. Treat your people right and tighten the F up. Let's go. I ain't gonna do it this time. All right, you might